Womack, I interviewed Mr. Fanning before you.
Oh, did you?
Southern Company, you're right in the middle of Ukraine and Poland and the future of nuclear power.
We're right in the center of the universe.
Yeah, you're doing the Polish work on the Polish nuclear reactor?
We're advising them.
Advising them?
Yeah, they spend a lot of time learning from us and trying to experiences.
And in Ukraine, because ZNPP is going to be the future. If that does go south.
Yeah, but you got to get some stability there before you figure out the next generation, what the next chapter is there.
But you have the best people to go over there.
We have the best people, no question. But we got to get some stability.
I think this is a story that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's part of the
leadership, courage,
the courage, but the chaos and the implications of what's occurring and what it all means.
I mean, they're making how many plants? They're going all nuclear in Poland, and that can also. I think 60% of nuclear power in Ukraine is nuclear.
Yeah, then you got France,
yeah,
who is prepared to looking at it to meet not only its needs but to serve all of Western Europe.
Okay, and the American company can be in the front row.
Good evening, everyone. How are we doing
All right, thank
tonight?
you, sir.
It's a whipping.
Well, it's great to have you all here and appreciate your time. Let's just jump right in. Is the energy sector's workforce as diverse as it can be?
I don't think there's any workforce that is as diverse as it can be. I think it's always got to be this kind of aspirational goal that every organization, every institution must have, that it's got to find a way to continue to diversify its makeup. Because why? Because it makes us all better. I mean, we're all striving to appreciate the wonderful differences that we all bring to any experience that we have. How do we make sure we get different perspectives, different experiences, different knowledge, different views? And so, I think everybody as a baseline has got to say that our ultimate objective is to make sure that we're continuing to increase diversity in all the things that we do. Uniquely in the energy space, we're at, I think, at an interesting time. And whether you listen to Elon Musk, whether you listen to Bill Gates, particularly in the power sector, there's this reality that we're going to see power demands increase by 40%, or some would say by 4 times by 2040. So there's this incredible need for power to keep these lights on. But as many of you participate in computing activities, whether it's artificial intelligence, whether it's quantum computing, whether it's all the GIS things that you do, all the TikToking, all the stuff that you're doing, all of that requires what? Requires power. And so as more and more of that takes place, we're seeing there's an incredibly increasing demand for power. And so we're seeing this all across our territory in terms of having to build more power plants, build more battery storage, build more solar, build more renewables to make sure we're keeping you reliable and resilient and safe, but also trying to make sure we balance it out to deal with affordability issues. So we're seeing this increase in demand, so we're going to be building more resources to meet this demand. And as we do that, yes, we've got to make sure that, first of all, we're telling you about the reality of what's happening in our industry, but also saying, what does that mean from a workforce standpoint in terms of going to different places all across the country, whether it's historically black colleges and universities, whether it's just different parts of communities, to make sure they understand what the opportunities are. So yeah, it's an aggressive strategy around recruiting, not only in universities and college campuses and technical schools, but it's beginning around the 4th grade, just getting into the school systems at a much earlier fashion to say, this is what you can be, this is what you can do, and creating great excitement about it and say, okay, this is a place that's pretty cool to be. I mean, working in the power business is pretty cool. And so come join us, be a part of this journey. So that's a lot of things that I think about as we deal with this conversation.
How is your
outset that today only about 9% of African Americans are represented in the clean energy area, less than 30%